Hello, it is Wednesday. It's Wednesday. That's the day. Time is a concept. Is my model working? I had to do a little messing around with VTube Studio for the new model. So now just before I went live, I had to like make sure to change the settings back a little bit because it was looking a little weird. Oh god. We good. We're live. We are alive. We are alive, barely. But it's fine, and I hope everyone's having a lovely day today, or night, or whatever it is for you. A lovely week. A decent week. It is time for more Ace Attorney, because I am already in love with this game, and I am very curious about certain things in this game. Anyway, let me do that. I also realized that, not just for this week, but also for last week, I forgot to post the schedule for my streams. Which, to be fair, is like pretty much always the same, so nothing really new, like time-wise. But I keep forgetting to do that. It's too late now, but I'm gonna try to not forget next week. But yeah, there's that's one thing. Second thing is, I can now confidently, without a doubt, say that new model, new emotes, probably, I think, new everything. A little rebrand shall follow very soon, and by soon I mean next week. And by next week I mean I am so excited. I almost wanted to do it this week, but that I didn't want to make it too short notice, and I realized that I had some things left to finish up that I would like to secure first. Bean and Blaze, welcome in. Hope you're both doing well today. Are you enjoying this game? I am enjoying it a lot. Herlock Sholmes, it confuses me, intrigues me. I don't know what to do with this man. All I know is that I probably love him. We are currently like a couple hours into case 2, and around here is also where I have no idea what's gonna happen next. Up until, I think up until where we last stopped, around there was how far I got when watching a playthrough before, but from here on out, it's all blind. Well, mostly blind, except from what you literally cannot avoid online. But yeah. He certainly does things. Yeah, like he... I know there's more to him. I don't know how, I don't know what exactly, I don't know when, I don't know why. But I know there's more to him. So I am questioning everything he says and does. Because I refuse to believe that he's just that stupid. But also, I don't know. I cannot tell. He's the kind of character that you literally, that is just to connect it to my Deltarune brain rod. He's like the rules card, where he seems like purely comedic relief, but also I feel like there has to be something to him, you know? Although rules card is a more commonly believed case of comedic relief, but I beg to differ. Yeah, I am so interested. But also, we're not gonna... Also, by the way, which I didn't even point out yet, I like that apparently with the episodes or the cases, the chapters, whatever, the title screen also changes. That's nice, because before it was just the courtroom. Now it's the chamber, the room. Also, before we get into the game, did you guys know, I only learned of this like yesterday. Did you guys know there's an Ace Attorney Wordle, but Ace Attorney? I apparently there is one. I only learned this yesterday. So you know what? Fuck it, why not do it? Why not do one? Or why not do today's? Look at that! Shut up. Look at that! There we go. So why the fuck not? Why don't you do all four? We got I think there's just like character, by silhouette, yeah, quote, and case. Case honestly is the easiest, so we're gonna fuck it, we'll start with that. Or wait, is this still the one from yesterday? Sheena! How you doing? Hope you're doing well today, and thank you for the follow! By the way, little fun fact, my new emotes, Sheena's the one who made them. So, everyone say thank you, Sheena. I'm assuming they did a lovely job, and I am very excited to show those off as well once we get our new stuff, our little rebrand going. But I hope you're doing well today. Is this the same as yesterday? This is case 2, 2-1. But did it not reset yet? Hold on. Oh, it didn't even reset yet. Oh well, that sucks. I thought it would reset. Okay, hold on. When does it reset? When does it reset? Next 8 hours? Well, never mind then. But anyway, it's a thing. It's a fun thing, so there's that. Lyra, welcome in. Lyra? Whichever it is, how you doing? I am tired. Well, actually, I'm not that tired today. I did wake up at 2 p.m. So there's that. I'm not as tired today, for once. And queer Basil, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Kimchi, the kimchining. Yeah, dude, I was agonizing over because I also wanted to finally get a logo for myself, just a simple one, nothing big. And I didn't want to commission someone because money. So I made one myself, and it was agony. Like, I could not for the life of me figure out what the fuck I wanted to do with it. So in the end, I got Astria and some of the Viarcana folks to help to give their input, and I got some there as well. It's a simple one, but I like it. You are now Basil. You are now Basil. I should probably switch. Whoops. There we go. One last sip of water, and since the attorney bill has not reset yet, I say we just jump into the game, because I am now going in fully blind, and I want to see where. I don't even know, like. I don't even know how long this case is supposed to be. I don't even know how long this investigation is supposed to be. I don't even know what's gonna happen after this investigation. If like, I have no idea, apart from like, first case, how like trials in this game even work. I know they're kind of different, so we're gonna have to see. Did I present my badge to you yet? Nope. Did I do that yet? Did I do anything with you yet, actually? I might not have. Oh wait, he actually has things to say. That means nothing. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Why would it? Mr. Naruhodo, if you're determined to flaunt your Yume badge, at least choose a Japanese person who might recognize it. Mr. Susato, can I show you this? Maybe later. Oh, I could show Inspector Osanaga too. Look how excited he is. Sholmes, have you seen my badge yet? Star, you did indeed make it in time. This case confused me, but I also loved it. It's a nice introduction to the general feel of the game. Oh yeah, it's also a nice introduction to sholmes. I love Rionosuke. Like, it's too early to say that I am already preferring him over Phoenix. I know, but like, it's the vibes. Like, he's like a mix of Phoenix and Apollo, and he's like the in-between, you know? He's like the transition. There's Phoenix, then there's Rionosuke, and then there's Apollo. I hated Chum so much. I love him. He's so weird. Okay. I don't know if let me just show you. Okay. This is nothing. This is also nothing out of... Oh, this is something. Sorry if this is an annoying question. I haven't caught up to your streams yet, but how much of the games have you played? You're fine, you're fine. I have played every mainline game. The Apollo trilogy I've played on stream, the Phoenix trilogy in my own time, like years ago. But I still remember pretty much everything from it. First 6 games I've played. The investigations games I have watched playthroughs of, so I remember most of them. And yeah, pretty much. So I am knowledgeable about the entire series. Oh god. The only game that I haven't played yet, like more known game I suppose, is like the Layton collab, but that one you also can't get through regular means if I recall correctly. So there's that. Not that would stop me, but it's just why I haven't gotten around to it yet. This is the diary of my friend who passed away. I cannot read. Yes, and he wrote in it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. It reads 1:23 a.m. Hey, that's a sequence of numbers. I can hear a faint whistling sound. And then a few minutes later, 1:35, what looks like some sort of speckled band dangling from the ventilator. Ventilator. That's how you say that word. Hope they remake the Layton games. Honestly, that would be nice, but because it's a collab game, there's a chance that might not happen. I started with the Greatest Attorney duology. I hear that a couple people do that. I know that Chris Hall did. I'm pretty sure started with the Greatest Attorney. And to be fair, like, of all places, despite what Capcom alleged tries to tell you, the Greatest Attorney is like one of the 2 starting points you can have. Like, you either start with the Phoenix trilogy, first game, or you start with this one. Which, to be fair, I think either one is fine. I think either one is fine. Got my hopes up for the next games. I thought I could turn around 3D models. Can you do that in the Layton games? Oh, interesting. What voice did I give you? I forgot. A speckled band? I don't understand. It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentions joins this cabin, you see. It's up there on the wall. Russia. I cannot do accents. I can barely do accents in my own language. Or dialects in my own language, let alone, and I'm already struggling trying to do a British accent. A German trying to do a British accent while speaking American English. In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together. Theoretically, I would also have to do Rionosuke and Susato in British English. I realize, because they're speaking, but whatever. Whatever! I'll figure it out! At some point. The second Sholmes jumps into my screen, I'm probably gonna switch back over. Miss Pavlova? Has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps? I am still convinced it's a snake. Just because we saw the snake at the start of the case, so... No. I don't know anything. Oh. Poppycock! That's nothing. This was like the one case my friends weren't there to voice for, and I was so relieved I didn't have to do a bad Russian accent. Yeah, like, I could do it, and to be fair, it's probably a little jarring also just reading, like, the slightly broken grammar normally, but it's whatever. It's whatever. Poopycock. That is a typo. That is a great typo. Miss Pavlova, about this article. Did you know about this merciless revolutionary already? No. But when I saw the picture, I couldn't believe it. He looks just like me and my That was coincidence? Am I the only one around here with eyes? Probably. The other man, the one wearing the brown, he also said so. He said we looked the one where sholmes. Yes, he says a lot of things, but I have a strong feeling that besides you and the great detective, you won't find another soul in this ocean who thinks there's an... Okay, listen, I wouldn't say there's no similarity. At the bare minimum, there's the glasses, the hat, and the beard. Even though the beard is a little different. But the rest, yes. Mr. Naruhodo, I won't allow you to speak ill of Mr. Sholmes. Oh, I'll speak ill of him any day. No, I wouldn't dream of it. Only because you will suplex me if I do. About this article. You look so beautiful, like a fairy. I'm scared. If my picture is in the newspapers. You poor girl. She's so young, just 15 years old. For her to have run away all by herself. She must have felt very, very alone. Oh yeah, also hold on, let me I did not catch this last time. I kept wondering like what this guy's name is like a pun of or a reference to. Villain Bolshevik. That did not click with me last time at all. Like at all. I was like, Bolshevik. That's an R. But yeah, so there's that. Okay, everything. Let's examine stuff first. Sholmes, are you still here? Hiding out in the closet? No. I mean, oh. Huh? I will tell you what I know about last night, but please, you must not touch my things. How do you say? Forbid it. Oh, sorry. There he is. As well you should be, young man. What vulgar manners you have, poking around in a young lady's private belongings. Neither shall I allow it. You were sitting in that closet like 10 minutes ago. Hypocrite! Okay, so I'm gonna assume... Okay, so it checks off everything. Okay, gotcha. Well, then let's talk first. Bad time to take a sip of my water. Should I have read that message before I drank some water? Whoops, there we go. Finon-shaped mole on Pavlova's face? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? I am not... My brain is not piecing it together. Did you know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night? One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. The man who died, he was a friend of mine. It was your Oh! I'm stupid. Right. I forget that he's my cursor. I forget. Look at him. Little guy. Oh. That's why we were trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example. Perhaps people talking? Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps its steam engine exploded. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened. Miss Pavlova? Is there anything you can tell us? I don't know. Fido accompanies us through this journey because he too understands yearning for his partner. True. Lee. Presto, welcome in. How you doing? I forgot. Is that a? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Presto, how you doing? Okay, these alerts are now a lot louder in my ear, but honestly, that's how they should be. Alright, Kazuma died. Skill issue. Hey, I am still, obviously, no answers, no spoilers, but I am still convinced he's not dead. Just because I have seen too much official art of this man and too much gay fan art. I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me. I see. You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novovich Ballet? Yes. I am traveling to Great Britain, and from there I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I will start a new life. You wish to forget? A challenging proposition when you have that striking tiara as a reminder. But the tiara is mine. I need it to live. Okay, girl. I mean, to be fair, you could sell that and live off of it for a while. Exactly. The Novovich Ballet gives us only a little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. Wow, fuck them! I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me. Doing homework right now and it's telling me to describe the Meiji era? Timing! The most gay fan art you can make is out of Doomed Yaoi. Never forget. Truly. Truly. So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes. And the crew of the ship, they have all been kind to me. They let me come on board and they said I could hide in this cabin. Oh, that's sweet. If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates a most intriguing conundrum. I gotta find my Sholmes voice again. She is very pretty. It does. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo? Me? Oh, well, yes. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. To what conundrum, I'm not sure, but... I'm gonna go to that last. So the friend you mentioned is inside your traveling case, is that right? I don't think animals are allowed on board, according to the rules of passage. Oh, please don't tell! Don't tell any of the crew! Oops. If they found my precious, then the burly Russians will bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. Great! Scare her more! So reassuring, Mr. Sholmes. But what sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? It is, isn't it? I think you would have heard that. And also, I mean, to be fair, I would not suggest keeping any pet in a suitcase, but a puppy, least of all. Maybe an adorable little... Even less so! But these creatures get stressed and they die! Huh! You credit Russia as a land with small rabbits, do you? Oh, don't they have small rabbits there, then? You may as well ask. I have no idea! You're I love you. This game does have great music. I didn't even pick up on that. A friend. Oh god, I cannot wait for our Deltarune stream. I have 2 more videos to edit before. Well, I have 3 more videos to edit, but once I have edited 2 of them, we can have our fun little Deltarune stream. That's gonna be great. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerinas' friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken. Consider the benefits. Arousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs. And when adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance. So you'd eat your friends. I'll remember that. Cannibalist sholmes. Gotcha. Well, it would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret, not to be revealed. You're... Yeah. She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. Alright, about the conundrum. Chickens are either super chill or the meanest bastards you have ever met. I used to have chickens. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. A riddle. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. However, the SS Buria stopped by no port last night. That's it, of course! So how is it, pray, that you come to be aboard? Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. He did? I forgot. Predictions for the murderer? Actually wait, it was... 1 second, it was just after we asked him when... The girl is too obvious, so I'm thinking not the girl. This guy? An option? But also, if I recall, there is no external wounds, right? So... I'm sticking with it. It was a snake, and it crawled into Kazuma's room and bit him, and it was venomous, and he died. It was the snake inside her luggage. You're right. He did seem to be hiding something. Only makes it hurt. Can you say the 15-year-old girl was too obvious? Truly. It was Friend. Friend has transcended franchises. An angel descended from the heavens. Friend and the angel. Bringing grace and beauty to the stage. Sorry? What was that? It is how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances. And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens, because I am an angel. Oh, okay, honey. Right. Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid. Mr. Sholmes once said, I never can resist a touch of the dramatic. It seems Miss Pavlova is the same. I can't read. A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself. Who said them? Me. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, in fact. Yes, Mr. Showy. Anyway, it doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what really happened. Is it wild if I say that the dynamic, not necessarily the personalities, except for Ryunosuke. Ryunosuke, very much Apollo vibes. Their dynamic reminds me, and see this coincides with me saying that Ryunosuke is just a mix between Phoenix and Apollo, because Ryunosuke and Kazuma are just mild and Phoenix, and the dynamic between Sholmes and Ryunosuke is just Apollo. I stand my ground. I stand my case. I stand my point. Excuse me, Mr. Roylott. That was fast. He's fast. I like to think he actually does slip up and go. Sure, that would be fun. Right? Like the theatrics and Ryunosuke just being fed up with it. Bye, Basilisk. Thank you for popping in, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, night, whatever. Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once, please. I've had a cracked theory for a while that Sholmes is the Gavin Bro's ancestor. That'll be amazing. That'd be great. All right, I will come now. What? You must leave. Now. Oh, no, it's fine. Don't mind us. Yes, please don't worry yourself, Mr. Roylott. Get out! Okay, okay. Looks like we'll have to leave investigating the cabin until later. And so we lost our chance. Is this gonna be a to be continued? Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out. That is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. Oh, really? Okay, well, I didn't know that. I could have gone like a little further last time then, I guess. Well. Anyway, fun stream, guys. I will see you on Friday. Alright, let's see. Where else do we go? What else do we have? I mean, we could examine... Where is Kazuma's body? I think I'm getting used to the 75 guns pointed at me and shooting anytime we enter a new location. I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. I wish we'd managed to find some clues as to what that speckled band might be. We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine that we won't be able to for a while longer. I'll never get past that sailor guarding the door. He's clearly glaring at us as if to say, don't even think about it. Oh, wait a minute. What is it? Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? Did he somehow found a way to sneak inside? I guarantee you. He's completely disappeared. Why did he do that? He slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring these were securely back on my wrist. Maybe he's also maybe he's an ancestor of the Grammarys. He's a magician. Okay. Anything new to investigate? Okay, the doors. Okay, so a couple things are new or new-ish. Whoops. Whoops. He is Sholmes' universal father theory. That's our cabin. Not. Okay, yeah. Okay, I think that's the same actually. Look at her sass. Yep. Her arms look very thin like this. You know what I mean? Especially this one. It looks a little weird. I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga has managed to uncover any... Oh, right, we can talk to him. Yeah. I love that Hosonaga is with us. Okay, so that will be the next move then. Someone's cabin. What? Why you look like that? You want something? Huh? Maybe you want me to throw you out again, hmm? Oh, no, definitely not that. Next time I have to throw you out, I show you where lobsters spend winter, understand? Understand? At least forgot you might be waiting for a while there. I don't think you'll ever forget your face, Naruto-san. Anything new here? I mean... It's locked. Stands to reason. Huh. Okay. In that case, let us... go back. Where is Hosonaga? Looks like they're still investigating in here. Yes, on that subject, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed. What do you mean, unscathed? Surely you haven't forgotten, haven't you, Naruto-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd lay his life on the line for you. Oh, yes. But I'm sure he was exaggerating. Right? Let's see what he has to say for himself. He might have some new information for us. You never know. Yeah, where is he? Where did you go? Oh, sorry, I just went to the next door cabin to invest. What? Who gave you permission? Well, I mean, see, man, I will not pronounce that word any other way. Well, Hosonaga did. That new Japanese, was it? Later I will roll him into a ball and throw him in cold room. Ooh, he's gone back to guarding the door. I hope Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. To be fair, he did fail spectacularly at his one job, which was to not let Kazuma die. He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at La Carnival. That could be a very long time from now, Naruto-san. Okay. Anything new to... Oh, you're right there. Okay, I didn't see you. Hey. What? Buddy! Dear God! What happened? I mean, I can assume what happened, but my goodness. Oh, you're back. Inspector! What happened to you? Your face is... Please don't worry about it. There is nothing to wipe. They're just scratches. Just scratches? Made by a bear, maybe? When I told the captain that I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fists and then toss me overboard. What? But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing, really. It looks like he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to. No, Hosonaga is truly ride or die. Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little about the neighboring cabin. Yes, so I understand. Oh! I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like... Sholmes? I don't think he was German. Another argument for sholmes being a Gavin ancestor, even though they're not actually German. Or even European, if I recall correctly. That explains it. Oh, someone is at the door. One moment. Okay, we're good. Shall we compare notes then? We can tell you what we found. Yes, let's do it. Oh, you poor man. What? Nikolina Pavlova. She's in the cabin next door? Do you know who she is? Please, what self-reflecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel? Oh. Don't die. I think I upset him there. Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case at least. How? Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? Oh, buddy. Now I've definitely upset him. Inspector, has your investigation here proved fruitful? If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. Oh, I see. Oh god. There is one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you. What? Yes, do tell us! Okay, we're gonna talk about Sholmes first before we get to the new info. Oh, Mr. Sholmes was here, was he? Yes. He seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say anything at all? Actually, now that you mention it, yes. Just one thing, but he practically shouted it. It's shoe polish. Huh? It was when he was over there. By the by the piece of broken glass. Okay. Perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark, do you think? Ah, yes, that must be it. But how could Mr. Sholmes know that it's shoe polish? That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. What is this? Her name is so difficult for me to pronounce! Well, Hazuma-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue. Dark tan? Sort of dark brownish red then. A little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him. Oh. Does this mean that this mark was made by the polish on Kazuma's shoes as they scuffed on the floor? Okay. Alright, what do you got? What is this new information you have, Inspector? It's this. The Buria's medical officer has finished his examination of the body. I managed to obtain the report. Oh. Kazuma's post-mortem report? So, what was the cause of death? Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what's written in the report. It was the snake! I will not let that go! It would seem so. There were no obvious wounds or other signs of injury, or just someone strangled him. So at first I think they were considering poison. But it turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all. Well, what weapon was used then? Nothing has been found as of yet. But the fact that there are no signs of a wound... A blood... Snake! Suggests it may have been a blunt object, something that wouldn't leave a mark. I see. All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It is a possibility, and no obvious wound would be left. Poor Kazuma. I have a second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it. Really? Are you sure? Yes, it's fine. I trust. Oh! I love him! After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I? Yeah, Susato! He trusts us! At least someone does! That's really all I can tell you at this stage. I shall return to my post. My fellow crewmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head. That might be for the best. Thank you. Poor Inspector. You look exhausted. Oh, no. Well. I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asami-san. He was my responsibility. Are you in on it, or are you truly just a silly little guy? Of course, the pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. Quote, friends. The truth is, I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke up. Interesting, a heavy head. That's interesting. Maybe we should ask around who else had a heavy head last night. My head's still throbbing too. It was the chef! Whoever brought the food. Okay, where do we examine this more? Nora! How you doing? So it's clear that these letters were written with the ink that was somehow split on the floor. And they spelled the Russian word for wardrobe. It does seem to be an unambiguous pointer to you, as you were sleeping in there. But to be truly unambiguous, it should have just spelled it out my name, don't you think? Well, either way, one fact remains. It's hard to imagine that Kazuma-sama would have written his last words, or word, in Russian. Which begs the question of who did write it. Except for Saturday? That's gonna be fun, yeah. Oak sleeps like a lot, so she might accidentally sleep through it. Oh dear. Right. Spends fun writing his diary. Uh-huh. It's almost impossible to believe that he's... Aww. Okay, let's actually... Hold on, let's actually examine the... Board record, that's the one. Male Far Eastern, sometime between 1 AM and a little past 2 AM. Cause of death. Instant death was almost certainly broken as a result of a strong blow to the area. No obvious external injuries or traces of poison. Okay. It'll be 1 PM for her. She might still be... I mean, to be fair, that's also me, but I also go to bed late. gonna go over again, but otherwise... I'm gonna skim through the ones that we did investigate before. Speckled band. I know most people at board would say the same about me, but there was something about that woman that didn't sit right with me. Whoops. No, 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 no. Accident. Yes, yes, yes. Keep going. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. The wardrobe. That's the same. That's nothing new here. Okay, that's okay. That. Oh. Nothing on this table at all. Follow the floor for some reason. It's strange. Everything was still... No, wait a minute. What? That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. Bye-bye, Star! Enjoy your dinner! Okay, I think actually that we might have read that. Okay, so it's just... It really is such a beautiful color, this glass. Looks like whatever it was has broken clean in two, but where's the other half? Yeah. And then there's this brick-colored mark, which is shoe polish, according to that great detective you seem to know all about. I suppose it must be from Kazuma-sama's shoes. Maybe, but what I'd like to know is, how can the detective be so sure that it's shoe polish and not something else? Because he's a great detective, of course. It is blood. Is it blood? It might be blood. If we're saying it like that, it might still be blood. Well, can we... Oh, wait, maybe do we present something? We could present something to him, maybe? Nope, we cannot. Okay, well, can we move? Can we leave? We can, okay. Look, Naruto-san! Seaman Stroganoff has gone! Strong enough? The burly Russian sailor who's always crossing his arms and glaring at us. Oh, these Russian names are impossible to remember. Alright, buddy. Nope. Huh? Did you hear that? It sounded like someone singing. Oh. Right. This caroling. I know that lark-like voice. Well, never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us. You're right. We must seize it. Let's get inside Miss Pavlova's cabin while we can investigate. Is he distracting him? Is he distracting the... Oh! If he is, that's smart. If not, then sing your heart out, sir. Letty, how much did I miss? Not too much. Not too much. We pretty much just talked to, I forgot her first name, Pavlova, the girl. Found out very little. Went back, figured out that Hosonaga was beat the fuck up. And we got the post-mortem report. The autopsy, well, not quite autopsy, kind of autopsy. The autopsy. Definitely, before that stringy knot crewman comes back. It's Stroganoff, not stringy knot. Well, is he maybe in the... Hey, buddy. How you doing? How you doing? You never know where he's gonna turn up next to. Truly, this man is the king of jump scares. It was the captain. The captain beat up our boy, which is why the captain is actually the murderer. Because no, I don't care if he actually is, but one does not beat up our boy. He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself. La la la. I wonder if we could actually like, somehow like sing along to like that music. Suffering the monthly debuff of the female species. That is a great way to phrase it. I'm dying. Oh, my condolences. My condolences. Make sure to drink a lot of water and rest. He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us? Or he's simply in extremely high spirits? I was trying to sing a lot, like, the thing that I hate with songs, like characters singing songs, is that either they sing them and you have no melody to go off of, or there is a melody, but it's like in the background music and you can't, the text doesn't appear fast enough for you to sing along. I hate that because I think you actually, in my head, I could actually like see the words match up somewhat with the melody or with the music, but I could not pronounce those words in time. Fun fact, I've never once before taken painkillers for cramps because my favorite thing to say is I gotta tough it out like a man. Listen. You know damn well that most men could not tough it out. Most men would be taking painkillers. Yeah, like I can sing along in my head, but I couldn't match it up. Excuse me. Okay. Mr. Sholmes! What is it? You want to fight? What the fuck? Look at him go! Buddy, are you okay? The way the music changed too! Oh! Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing, and I was just about to reach the climactic finish! Sorry, I thought you were never gonna stop, so I figured now was a good time as any. I very nearly dropped you on the floor with one of my famous right hooks. Alright, I get the picture. Now, could you put those fists away? Sholmes is like... It seems like how do I say this? A very... not confrontational, but first, he like... This man's... I mean, no surprise that this man screams neurodivergent, but in the way that he tries kicking down a door, or he wants to kick down a door, and when we're like, there's no need, or it's not gonna work, he's like, but I need to kick something! What am I supposed to kick now? And then he just is ready to square up. Dear goodness. I have to be the epitome of girl boss though, so let me cook and suffer. Dear God. I would say don't make it harder on yourself than you need to. Yeah, he's very hit first, ask questions later. And low-key, I love that for him. Mr. Sholmes, you seem to be examining something before we interrupted you. Ah, yes, that. I was immersed in the study of the ship's log as penned by the stockily built crewman who's usually on guard here. Oh, yes, the ship's log. And did you find out anything useful from it? Also, because I mean, that's fair, but in general. Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. Which means that there was nothing to report. Nothing of note happened, so, I wish I could actually, like fake laugh. I just can't. I don't know how to fake laugh. You truly are a student from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it. Sorry? Your logic, my boy, is inverted. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Am I cooked? I mean... Nora, you make things so hard for yourself, you know? First the food thing, now the painkillers. God damn. Observe the other pages and all shall become clear. It would seem the same crewman oft stands sentry in this first-class passageway. Just do it awkwardly. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. Sholmes probably would have a very weird laugh, so I'm going with that. Nora, you are... I hate to break it to you. You are doing anything but girl bossing right now. You are exhibiting peak girl failure behavior. And he has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes? Nothing to report? Also, yes, Lenny has a point. If you're purposely, if you're not doing anything to make things easier for yourself, then don't complain. Precisely. Put simply, the seaman writes nothing to report when there is just that. And yet, the ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report. Do you mean... Yes, there were circumstances afoot last night, which led to the seaman being absent from his post. What kind of circumstances? What happened? That remains a mystery for now. But we can be sure something significant took place. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribing nothing to report in the log. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log in your mental file. Those are words that you just said. Now, that deduction was worthy of a great attack. Yeah, see? This was a good one. Also, yeah, like... pain of any sort makes it much harder to think and keep a clear head. Absolutely. You are definitely absolutely self-sabotaging at every corner. I hate to tell you. Why something to the second degree called quadratic, but to the fourth degree it's called chord? I mean, it's because, word origin, etymology stuff. I mean, yeah, right now it sucks. Just saying, in general, you don't need to, like, there's no good reason to make things harder on yourself. Right now, you may be cooked. Ah, you're starting to understand what my way is, I see. What makes Sholmes. Brilliance. So, something about, like... Again, I have to say that just this frame of Sholmes laughing, something about it is so endearing. Oh, ouch. Are you hurt? Are you good? Oh, don't worry yourself. I seem to be afflicted with a throbbing head. You too? Okay, so everyone. It's just everyone. Okay. Well, my friends, until our next encounter. And he just fades out of existence. He's still singing to himself. I can hear it as he wanders off down the passageway. Tra-la-lee, tra-la-la. Is something wrong, Susato-san? You seem lost in— I have to make sure that I slow down my talking anytime I try to pronounce her name. Like, is something wrong, Susato-san? Pizza! How you doing? Hope you're doing well today. The game is going fine, going lovely. More just a wave of pain every once in a while. I'm trying to think, like, if there's, like... I mean, aside from painkillers, there's really nothing on the fly you can do except for, like... fucking go fetal position. It's just, well, I feel the same. Good luck, Nora. Good luck. Sorry? Ever since I woke this morning, I've had something of a headache. Where's the chef? A sort of continuous throbbing. Oh, you too? Alright, well. Into the cabin we go. Up. There we go. Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Susato-san... Oh, where's she gone? Is she exempt? Yep. What are you doing? Those are her private things. There's not a moment to waste, Naruhodo-san. We must investigate as quickly as we can. I suppose you're right. For Kazuma's sake. Not just for Kazuma-sama. What do you mean? It can't be long now until we arrive at port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Really? We must solve this case, Naruhodo. Oh, interesting. By ourselves we have to. Okay. Interesting. So if we're supposed to have this solved by the time we get there. Is that how long it's gonna last? Okay. Naruhodo-san, are you there? Sorry, I'm right here, yes. Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see, you know? Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. Oh god, I went find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in there. But no such luck. Guess our breakfast this morning? Woo! Atta girl! Good job! Always funny for me to watch this case because I'm Russian. Fair. Fair. This cabin door has the same simple sort of bolted latch that our cabin door has. If the bolt's drawn across, there's no way anybody could enter the cabin from outside. It's not a particularly heavy bolt, is it? Not a very heavy bolt, is it? But still, it wouldn't slide across of its own accord, would it? No, and the door is made of metal, so there's no chance of trickery using magnets to unbolt it from the outside. And it seals up perfectly too, to stop any seawater coming in. So you couldn't use the method you told me of passing the thread through a crack around the closed door either. I seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. I'm starting to see why they suspect me. You know what? That's a fair point. That's a fair point. You know what, Nora? That's better than nothing. We take that. Bye, Nora. Ah, yes, they're displayed in this cabin too. Look, the SS Buria's rules of passage. Passengers must not keep. Okay, yeah, not in the cabins. Pets are also forbidden. I suppose Miss Pavlova realized that she needed to keep the contents of her case a secret after she read this. Her special friend, I mean. I wonder where her friend has disappeared to. Oh yeah, I didn't even realize that the suitcase is open. It's probably having fun exploring the ship, I imagine. I just hope Seaman Stroganoff doesn't find it and throw it overboard. Oh, yes. So do I. Can you stop being sus? Truly. He may have Phoenix's genes. He got Apollo's personality and Maya's aptitude for getting himself accused of murder every 2 weeks. Truly a jack of all trades. The books have toppled over together. Look, every single one. Do you think that's a god of the sea, perhaps? He's toppled too, though. It's exactly the same as the bookcase next door. In Kazuma's cabin. Maybe it's supposed to be that like that for some reason? Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against the bookcase. I don't know, would she really be practicing ballet on the same night she ran away from her ballet company? Alright then. It must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage. Not everything bad that happens on the ship is because of me, you know. Anyway, I'll set them all straight again. Okay. See, that makes me think that maybe they're supposed to be like that. Well, maybe not the statue. Okay, everything this... Okay, let's swap over. Did more than 2 weeks pass since the first case? Yes, actually, I think. I think just about 2. I think like almost exactly 2 weeks. There are just a few books on the desk. Nothing else by the looks of it. Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She's hardly occupied this cabin for any time at all. That's true. I wonder what kind of books she likes to read. Let me see. Yes, I see. It would seem that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading. Books written in Russian. Thanks. I think I probably already knew that. What is the ship name here? Which ship? Like, the literal ship or the ship dynamic? The literal ship is called, Burya, I think. B-U-R-Y-A. It's rude to ask too much of people, Naruhiro-san. Kindly remember that. Trash, I think. Or a stool. Never mind. I suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket. Shall we have a look and see what's been thrown away? It means storm? Ooh. Naruhiro-san! It's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know? Those eyes. She's looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish now. Also... when did Sholmes give us... This is a special... I'm just thinking about how Sholmes gave us the newspaper article and was like, here, you can have this because there is no trash can anywhere for me to put it in. So either he was lying or Kazuma's cabin doesn't have one for some reason. Exactly, we have no choice. There's hardly anything in here at all. Oh, well, that's a little disappointing. Plate? Plate. I wonder what this little saucer is doing on the floor. Doesn't look like it's been dropped, more like it was put there deliberately. Do you think there could be a leak in the roof just above here? What? A leak? Is this ship quite safe? I mean, I'm sure that even if there's a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship is going to sink. No, you're right. Of course you're right. She's really trying to persuade herself, isn't she? Also I mean, depending on whether this roof is above water or not, a leak would make a little sense. There's that too. It would seem this teapot is empty. So the natural conclusion is that the Russians are... The natural conclusion is that the Russians are a very thirsty people. Or, because Miss Pavlova only came to this cabin last night, she hasn't had the chance to make any tea yet. I mean, it could be either. Speaking of thirsty, though. There we go. It's definitely that they're excessively thirsty. I'd lay 1,000 to 1 on it. Why? You're rather obstinate, aren't you, Naruto-san? How'd you feel about the hairlock Sholmes pun? I had war flashback. I had flashbacks, and now I am convinced that Sholmes is the Gavin's ancestor somehow. Also because his and Ryunosuke's dynamic reminds me of Kapalo. Okay. Anything else? Anything? Oh, the case, obviously. Oh my! Miss Pavlova's case is open! It's completely empty inside. But according to the great detective's great deduction, she was hiding her special friend in there. Yes, a friend that she had to keep secret. Because you're not allowed to bring animals aboard the SS Buria. I wonder what kind of animal she had in there. Snake! And more to the point, where is it now? Okay, is that all? That seems... Oh. So this ventilator connects to Kazuma's cabin next door. Yes. Although, what a fool the shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into another room. Yeah, maybe it's so that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm. Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning. That is a possibility. Anyway, last night Kazuma wrote that he saw a speckled man coming out of this ventilator. Oh. Speaking of alarm. Shut down the... What? Shut down the engines immediately? Vessel sighted a quarter-mile... What? Full stop, hard to starboard, all hands, brace for impact? What the... I think we're about to crash into another ship. What? I can't sta- What? Are you alright? Are you injured at all? I think I'm fine. Thank you, Naruto-san. It looks like we avoided a collision. Yes, the ship has come to a stop. Oh my goodness, what about you, Naruto-san? Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. It sounds like... Okay, we're good. We're good. Is that you in there, Naruto-san? Unbolt the door, quickly! What the Oh! Oh! Wait! 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 It's the captain. It's the captain. If everyone was out cold, they wouldn't have noticed the ship tilting slightly somehow, and that's how the bolt was like shut into place. Wait, I'm piecing things together. Also, Fuyan, welcome in. And that's how everything and that's how both bookcases toppled over. Look at that! The door's bolted. Did you do that, Susato-san? No, I didn't touch it. Well, that's strange. How did... And look at all the books. They're just like they were before again. Naruto-san, aren't you going to open the door and let the inspector in? I better tidy this place up first. I mean, you could just leave it, honestly. Our violent emergency stop had solved one mystery, at least, in a very vivid way. But I knew that what awaited us on the other side of the cabin door... I'm sorry? With a new sense of foreboding in my heart. What? Another to be continued? What? That was no time at all. Huh? And same, Lenny. I suspect that this assassin is gonna come into play somehow. Either this case or sometime in the future. Also, good luck, Blaze. Thank you for popping in. Okay, I am... Oh, this is interesting. I like this. Okay, what are we gonna see here? Somehow, the door to the cabin we were in ended up bolted after we made an emergency stop. Susato-san took a deep breath, then gently slid back the bolt. Don't worry about it. You! What are you doing in Miss Pavlova's quarters? Ah, you both look unhurt. Good. Yes, we're fine, thank you. What on earth happened? We heard something about how we were going to collide with another ship. Yes, it appears to have been a false report. Right. How did that happen? There's a dense fog outside, so it's extremely difficult to see. Someone must have thought he saw a ship ahead. This person obviously triggered the alarm, and that's why we made an emergency stop. Huh. Have you seen the new baby mobs in Minecraft? No, I have not. There's new baby mobs in Minecraft? I have to log back on at some point. Huh. Everything is chaos. Passengers are screaming, crew are running everywhere. This first-class area is the only quiet part of the ship at the moment. I see. Someone triggered the alarm. Does that mean that someone pressed that button outside? What? Sorry, me? I've forgotten a lot of things before, but devil is a first. You opened my traveling case. How could you? What? No. We didn't touch it. That's right, Miss Pavlova. It was already open when we came into your cabin. Inspector? Yes? Arrest this man. I know he did it. Dude! He is a criminal. Is it not enough that he has killed a man? And he is stowaway as well. If Vixen promises not to steal chicken, do you believe? Take him away. He is a trespasser as well as everything else. They changed the baby mobs, mostly just the passive mobs though. Oh! Oh, I gotta see that later. Stowing away, trespassing, killing. She is right. You are devil. It doesn't look good, does it? There's a cell below deck. Throw him in. Tomorrow we dock in Hong Kong. Then we give you straight to police. Wait, a cell? Please, Inspector Osanaga, is there nothing you can do? This is a Russian vessel. I really have no jurisdiction here. After my last effort to appeal to the captain's good nature, I think I'm out of options. This is terrible. This is a real crisis. I've got to find a solution. Sholmes! Oh yeah, I've got to check that out later then, Fuyad. Immediately. Sholmes! I could really use a great detective and apparently also a great escape artist right about now. Well, I'm just gonna do this because we're just investigating. Yeah, I can't. Yep. Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah, sorry. Everyone's attacking me. And I was just starting to think she was my friend. Help me, Mr. Sholmes! Well, let me talk to them one by one, I guess. You've got yourself into a difficult situation here. By entering this cabin uninvited, I mean. Sorry, I was just so desperate to find a clue. I'm afraid there's really nothing more I can do to help you. If I push my luck any further, a punch to the face will be the least of my worries. I'm really sorry. I have to take responsibility for giving you the freedom to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin. Now this has happened. I'll have to report to the captain at once. I really need some help here. I need a savior to rescue me from this crisis. It's gotta be Sholmes, right? It's gotta be. It has to be Sholmes. Oh, 1 second. Okay, we're good. Please just give me a little more time. I do nothing for you, except show you a way to ship's prison cell. Thanks, but no thanks. But I'm innocent. I didn't kill anyone. And trespassing and stowing away? Well, you know, sometimes life can lead you down some unusual avenues and, well... Enough! You are guilty! Ship's cell is the only place fit for you! Come on, there has to be someone! Alright, last one before our savior jumps into the rescue. Always forget that beef stroganoff is a Russian dish. I see it kind of rarely. I know like no Russian foods, so I didn't even know that was a Russian food at first. Get out! Listen, I'm sorry that we snuck in here without your permission, but... Get out now. We just need to investigate here to help understand... I'm gonna assume that also means get out? It's no use. She's not gonna listen. I need to find someone who will. If I pan over the camera and there is Herlock, motherfucking Sholmes, crouching on the floor or sitting on the table, I swear to God. What the fuck did I tell you? What are you doing? How did you get in here? I love this man. Hello, YouTube Shorts. Honestly, I think I've started. I feel like this series has like so much to offer. I do kind of want to I do a highlights video of this game, because I feel like there's so much happening, and it'd be fun. It just like it's a lot of work, but Jesus. Yeah, why are you? Is there like a secret door, a secret passage from one room to the next or something, or are you just vibing? What the? What are you doing up there? What the fuck? Mr. Sholmes! And he looks beautiful. Naturally, I was analyzing what a sight of 20,000 rubles feels like on one's head. Lenny, that might be because that's probably going to be exactly what the highlights will be. Because what else is there to all of this? Have I not told you that as a detective, it is my business to know what other people do not? This isn't mere tomfoolery, my boy. Oh, no. Well, why were you hanging from that hook before, then? Isn't it obvious? To properly assess the weight of the 20,000 rubles, naturally. I wish to determine if it would bend that conceited-looking hook on the wall, so full of brag and bounce. I never know whether to take this man seriously or not, and that's what's so great about him. Ah, you again, the great detective. Ah, Inspector. I confess I've been looking for you. I have something to report to you most urgently. Well, you might try looking for me somewhere other than a hook on the wall next time. What is to report? Speak! An urgent report from a great detective can mean but one thing. Yes. The case of the curious murder that took place last night here on this vessel, the steamship Buria, has been solved. By me, naturally. You know what, hey, whatever bullshit you've come up with, I'll take it, because it'll get me off the hook. No pun intended. Really? Yes, I have eliminated all other possibilities. No other explanations exist. So, allow me to illuminate all your minds. For I am about to reveal my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the... We gotta have another dance of deduction. You have solved it. Even Hedgehog understands this case. We all knew who was responsible for killing student this morning when we found criminal in wardrobe. It is this stowaway, and he has handcuffs to prove it. I didn't do it. The trouble is, there doesn't appear to be anyone else who could have killed the victim. Oh god. Because, as everyone knows, the cabin door was bolted shut from the inside. That means the culprit must be someone who was inside the cabin. It's what's called a locked room mystery in detective stories. Ah, locked room! That is point! The room was locked. Well, I can't deny that. There's no way the bolt could have been drawn across from outside the cabin. You are all quite mistaken. The cabin next door is not a so-called locked room at all. That is true, honestly. Are you actually about to? Never mind. There is another entrance. An entrance used last night by the culprit in order to access to the cabin despite the bolted door. What other entrance? We never discovered. It's to do with the fucking hooks, doesn't it? Or the vent. Why, it games open mouthed at you even as we speak. Okay, yeah. The ventilator, man. The ventilator. You think this is funny? I cannot even put my arm through that hole. I mean, that's because your arms are as thick as tree trunks. I know I asked earlier, but who do you think did it now? The captain. Somehow the captain. The captain poisoned. No, not poisoned. The captain drugged everyone. Or actually, no. Wait, no. Okay, well, to be fair, actually, wait. Does the alarm... Okay, wait. It was whoever rang the false alarm. Which I would assume would... Well, no. It was whoever rang the false alarm. Because... Does the, when the alarm goes off, does the ship, like, automatically stop? Because if so, then anyone could have done that. Not necessarily the captain. It's gotta be that fucking scrawny-ass seaman that we met at first. It's gotta be that guy. Like, that's the, like, out of the characters we've seen, that's, like, the most reasonable... conclusion, I feel like. Or it's big guy over here. You're suggesting that the culprit entered and left the victim's cabin through that tiny opening? It's not possible. Ah, but it is. And last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder in the act of passing through the ventilator. Mr. Sholmes, do you mean... Are you referring to the words Cosmo-san wrote in his diary? Why don't we repeat them again? Yep. Precisely, my dear madam. But what does it mean? What is this speckled band? The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabin. Oh? What? Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? There is a distinct element of danger, but fear not, I am ready. What I am about to expose for you all to see will shock you to your cause. Behold! What? It is the snake! I knew it! That's a weird sound. But look at it, it's so cute! Allow me to introduce you all to the band, the speckled band. Okay, but to be fair, it's not suffocating him. But it is long enough to. What is the strength of this snake? Oh my god, yeah, the marks are from the snake. That just clicked. Indubitably. So he knew Interesting. So that guy knew. Mr. Sholmes, just one thing. Pray, what troubles you? Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it? It looks more stripy, wouldn't you say? Also true. Yes, you're right. I think in this case, you'd have to call it the striped man, wouldn't you? You both see and observe with distinction, however. Do you not think that is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall? What? Oh my goodness, really? It's a trap? How exactly? I think perhaps it is time I explain the intricacies of my train of thought. Are you ready, Miss Pavlova? I'm sorry for the young man who died, but that is all. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me. There are two conclusions I have drawn from the facts. Number one, last night your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. And number two, that same friend was responsible for the victim losing... Okay, see? I had that thought at first and I was very convinced of it. But I am not anymore, and now that you say it, it seems very ridiculous. And I take back everything I've ever said about this case and well, I've said many things about you. There's nothing to take back because I'm still have no clue what the fuck's going on with you. She's turned as white as a bowl of rice again. That's a comparison. Sholmes must be right. He's hit the nail on the head. This young woman's friend killed Mr. Osselby. Oh dear. Looks like he can't speak with that snake coiled around his head. I would advise as little in movement as possible, Seaman. You wouldn't want the fangs of that long friend in your neck. But there were no external wounds. It was blunt. So, everyone, let us begin. Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Oh, buddy, here we go. Oh, God. Okay. I do see that it's already been, almost 2 hours. And I do probably need to let my voice rest a little bit, and also I should probably get some food. So we are gonna take a 10 to 15 minute break, and then we're gonna continue with Peak. So until then. Alright, I am back. There we go. I have not really got any food because I remembered that dinner is due soon. So I have gotten but one slice of ham, just so I have something to chew on. Probably could have finished that before I returned, but that's fine. This music is such a vibe. Also gotta refill my water real quick. Water ASMR, you're welcome. There we go. So let's get back to it. Ah. Ah. My teeth. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death is nothing to do with me. This whole thing is nothing to do with... I like to imagine that if I did an accent, because she does have an accent, probably, I like to imagine that he imitates her down to the accent. And probably does a piss poor job at it. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So, we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the... victim's cabin on that portentous night, whatever that means. Something important, whatever. Why, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected. Another telltale glance. Oh god. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. Oh, jeez. The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band. Whereas, regrettably... I love how it's hissing. Geez, Sholmes, you might want to, like, take a step back. This specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we then give, pray? What was this sight that fell upon the victim's eyes? Like, what are you hiding there? What are you hiding there? Is that a speckled thing down there? Don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, it went good. How's it? I hope it went good for you too. How's the case? The case is it's casing. Oh, but it does. You have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back. Yes, that which you are trying but failing to seal, can only be the snake's slow skin. Evidently, after the subtle and horrible crime, this most deadly friend of yours shed its original skin, no? I don't know what you are talking about. Last night, through the ventilator visible in this cabin, your then speckled friend slithered next door. Using the bell cord on the other side of the bridge, the serpent silently descended into the victim's quarters. In the dim light, it appeared to the young gentleman who was about to lose his life as a speckled band. In summary, the nature of this friend of yours, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, I need to read properly, is a rare breed of snake whose markings change each time it I don't know how to pronounce that word. Its skin. The snake so dreadful, we can only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India. What? Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter. The grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life, and why? According to the data of which I have been apprised, whatever, it would appear there were no visible signs of injury. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. Nope. Now, if we take that as fact, which we don't, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime. Oh no, could there be? Yes, an examination of the deceased's body will prove the cause of death conclusively. The almost, but not quite, imperceptible puncture wounds left by the venomous fangs will seal the vestiges of the snake bite delivered by your... Are there any? I'm pretty sure there's... This does... They didn't specify puncture wounds anywhere. There is no point feigning ignorance, Miss Pavlova. After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, didn't you? But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right, you hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. When we first met in this cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved periodically. Your serpent assassin was restless inside, no doubt. Assassin, you say? Oh, you don't. It is telling that the victim made note of a low whistling sound that he heard multiple times before his end. That was your signal, was it not? The sound you had used to train your serpent friend. To train? Indeed, you'd put the serpent through this ventilator and wait. After a period, you'd summon it back with a whistle. You couldn't know if the animal had done its duty, so you would listen for signs of life next door. If the victim appeared not to have been dispatched, you'd release the snake once more. Do you deny this snake has undergone such training? It's not true! Having slithered through the ventilator and down the cord, the creature needed only to sink its fangs in once. And its venom would course through the victim's veins, ending his existence forever. That is the true nature of the speckled band that took the poor young man's life. There can be no doubt. My logic is infallible. Right. And now it's time for us to fix it. Thus concludes Sherlock Sholmes' great deduction of the speckled band. Right. Miss Pavlova has trained her pet snake as a killing machine. There on the floor you will observe a saucer of milk. The promise of food is the key to training any creature. Incredible! You've solved that... Junoska, honey. No. 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 No? No. I see now why Herlock Sholmes has become such a household name. No. My dear man, it was nothing remarkable. As the Russians say, I could have done it with one left hand. Whoops. Could I venture an opinion, Mr. Sholmes? But of course, what's on your mind? It's just about your deductions before. Some things don't quite make sense to me. Thank you! I welcome questions to my method, and will answer both loudly and proudly. Oh, well, good. First of all, snakes are egg-laying creatures, part of the reptile family. You are well informed, madam. And reptiles, don't drink milk. Oh, was there milk? I totally skipped over that. It's really only mammals that like to drink milk, you see. So I'm not sure it'd be possible to train a snake using milk as a reward. No matter, no doubt Miss Pavlova used some other treat to encourage her pet to do her bidding. Milk was merely an example. The logic holds. Well, there is something else. Snakes have no ears. Ah. Yes, so I'm not sure what would really be possible to signal to a snake by was... Are snakes deaf? I never thought about that. But madam, what of the tale to Arabia? Oh, my sweet summer child. Have you not heard of the snakes that dance to the sounds of a flute? I think perhaps the performers play their music in time with the snake's natural movements. Oh, I see. No hands, no feet, no ears. These creatures are so inept to be practically useless. Jesus Christ, dude. Don't take it out on the snakes, Mr. Sholmes. You are so unstable. There is one other thing. You have more? The snakes use the scales on their bellies to propel themselves. So I'm not really sure that a snake could manage to climb up a flat bell cord like the ones in these cabins. Then it should try hard! He is falling apart. Please don't be angry with me, Mr. Sholmes. The point is, even if the snake had gone through the ventilator to the next door cabin, it couldn't have come back without help. What I'm trying to say is that there are a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine the snake could have had a part in this. They hear low frequencies, so I probably wouldn't be able to listen to whistling. Interesting. I did not know that. I'm expecting Sholmes to either bounce back with a this was all a test and you passed, or just completely break down. One of the two. I think we need to step in and help again, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh no. Oh no. You don't mean... Yes. We need to modify Mr. Sholmes' latest deductions and turn them into the great ones they ought to be. I had a feeling that was coming. Alright, let's give it a try. Just what I was waiting for, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, right. So, cast your eyes down to your wrists again. Thank you. Could you leave it like that, please? You've done it again. Your handcuffs are gone. Where did they go? Fear not, I shall see they're restored after our work is done. I really wish you'd leave them off. Now, everyone, let us begin. Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Okay. Course correction. Hold it. Okay, claim the following. Okay. Nothing to do with me. Your aching heart smarts with pain. She does have a pained expression on her face. That's true. She looks as though Cosmo's death was weighing heavily on her mind. But you're not sure Mr. Sholmes has read her quite correctly, is that it? Could there be some other way to interpret her expression then? Maybe she's in pain from his stupidity. Okay, hand maybe? Oh my god, actually. It is like a cat? So is that his pet? Is that his pet? Do they all have secret pets? Oh god, oh god. Ah! My nose! My nose! Wah. Mania! We're playing some Leighton versus Phoenix Wright, so I guess she's on board to London whilst I'm already there. True, true! Scratch, some kind of small animal. Found it recently too. Yes! Yes! Alright, Yonosuke, hit it! Yes, when you recall those horrid events, that claw scratch smarts with pain. Indeed, and simple observation reveals that the wound is fresh. Miss Pavlova, did you in fact receive that scratch? Sometime last night. When I think about the young man who died next door, I feel so sad. And when I am sad, the pain from this wound is worse. The sailor has a cat, Pavlova has a snake, and Kazuma has Ryonosuke. High class really does give special perms, truly. And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin onto that portentous night? It was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Another telltale glance. Your friend is the writhing serpent. Objection! You're a friend of hers. Snakes don't have claws, do they? True. They don't. Yep. What's the true identity? So it is a cat. Is it on the picture frame right there? Motherfucker. Can I examine this just to see if there's anything fun here? The more I look at this creature, the more its stripes stand out. It's a very impressive snake, isn't it? It really is, and it seems to be doing its best to squeeze this poor sailor's head until it bursts. It's a terrifying sight, and slightly heartwarming at the same time. What? Probably be a good idea not to get too close, yep. Spotlight sounds exactly like Ghost Trick. Or if it— oh, I didn't know that. Yes! Yes! Wait, what? Wait, what? No? No? It's the frame that is your friend, isn't it? Because it's so beautiful, it displays whatever you put inside. That deduction was wanting in every way. Yes, I was wanting you to hear it. I'm quite proud of it. I find myself wanting never to have heard it. I'm quite pained by it, in fact. Oh, sorry. I'll try again. Do I have to examine it first? Let me examine the frame. Look at the photograph in the... Look at the photograph in this frame. Yep. Very beautiful. That's true. Personally, it's the little black creature she's holding that's caught my eye. Oh, really? Yes! Okay. Without doubt, your friend is the little kitten we see before us. Yes, the scratch on the back of your hand makes that abundantly clear. Yeah, to be fair, I usually do that anyway, but good to know. Oh no! The whereabouts of this black kitten isn't clear, but what is clear is that you brought the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you? Darka is my best friend. I couldn't leave her behind. Darka would appear to be a Russian blue. You know that? Wait, who said that? Oh, Sholmes. Okay, Sholmes knows his cats. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. If the victim's written observations... Okay, speckled band, most regrettably... This specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. I mean, that's true. Oh, speckled... Okay, because the cat was wearing it, so... I have to assume that this guy's pet is the snake. I mean, it did, like, go straight for him. So... victim's eyes one at night. Don't look at me. And you do this. Corner him behind you. Okay, there we go. She just took something out of her pocket and hid it behind her back. If she just left it in her pocket, no one would ever have known. Also true. Toys like that are Mr. Sholmes' specialty. He's ever so cleverly forced her to reveal something. I thought deduction was a specialty. Or maybe making me believe that was a ploy too. Yeah, exactly. Like, he's also not bothered by it at all. Like Jim, it's just another Wednesday. The summation thingy had a pretty lengthy runtime in one of the Capcom live streams. I don't know why they had to explain a lot of stuff as it's a super mind-blowing, as if it's a super mind-blowing feature. I don't know. Who knows? Behind her back. Yep. Nope. 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 Yes! Motherfucker. Okay. Personally, I find it hard to see how this could possibly be a snake's skin. But that's what makes me think it is. Where all else fails, say the least likely thing. Are you quite concentrating? You identified exactly what I did originally. Oh, yes. So I have. Sorry. Well, I do understand. As inimitable as I am, people do like to try. But you won't make a great detective like that, nor even a great detective's assistant. An assistant then? Alright, I'll think again. At least we're getting fun flavor text. Okay, so I have to examine it and then present it. It's also that I forget that you can present. I sometimes just forget that you can examine it. That's also a thing. It is speckled and it is a band, but... what is it? It seems to be soft and fluffy. Whoops. And it looks like a handle at one end. Is it like a... oh, is it like a... yeah, it's a toy. Okay. How is that a toy for cats? Cats like to chase the band around. Yeah. So did the cat just make its way into Kazuma's room and then she tried to like push the toy or like through the vent to lure it back up? And then the cat just climbed up that banner and down? Is that what it is? Let's sort of play. Yeah, it's very cute. That sounds positively adorable. Alright. Yes! Yes, the thing you are trying but failing to conceal is, a cat's toy. Precisely, and the true nature of the now infamous speckled band. And it was this toy that you dangled through the ventilator. You waved it around, I presume. Naturally, the victim could not fail to notice it. But why? For what reason? My dear boy, there can be only one answer to that. After her feline friend disappeared through the ventilator into the neighboring cabin, Ms. Pavlova attempted to use the speckled cat's toy to incite the creature to return. In summary, the nature of this friend of Miss Pavlova's, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a blithesome Russian blue breed of cat by the name of Darker. Right. A truly troublesome feline young Darker is proving to be. She must be caged once found. You will forgive us for borrowing the photograph of your pet, Miss Pavlova. Alright. But also, that didn't do anything to help us. It was after I gave her food last night. That's when it happened. She scratched the back of my hand and then ran up the bell cord. Before I could do anything, she had disappeared. Through the ventilator. Okay, but why would she? Did she get scared? She is so naughty. Oh, or would she just being a cat? Just cat doing cat things? Oh right, we still have a whole second half. Okay. That's the same thing. There is indeed an alleged dying message. Oh god. Yeah. No signs of a wound anywhere. Unaware of one very important detail. Yep. Oh, okay, we just presented. Okay. Well, there you go, buddy. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by the post-mortem report. Ah, yes, I knew it was one or the other. His neck was... Indeed, the breaking of the cervical vertebrae is fatal. Only that Goliath would be strong enough to survive. Saying strong enough isn't some kind of immortal freak, you know. The jury is out. Anyway, we have good authority that the victim's neck was broken. Now, if we take that as fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime. Okay, a deceased body will prove the cause of death conclusively. Because his neck was broken, probably struck by something or someone. Interesting possibility, as of yet no weapon has been found though. Presumably Dorka didn't soundly creep up behind Cosmo and deal him a fatal blow. I suppose. A fall and hit the ground awkwardly, I mean... Can you imagine? Yeah, can you imagine if all of this had just been pure accident? Bad fall could explain it. He wasn't a clumsy man. Okay. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, right?
Yes!
Yeah. Yes, an examination of the mark on the floor will prove the cause of death conclusively. This particular mark is so prominently visible next to the victim's body as a deposit of shoe polish. Shoe polish? Indeed, positively identified by a little analysis device I constructed, which I carry now as a matter of course. Beeswax, tallow, and dye were my results. The undeniable ingredients of shoe polish. Never thought tripping and falling asleep. I mean, depending on how you fall, you can absolutely die. You can die from the dumbest things and from the simplest things. You could absolutely die by just falling wrongly. And the color of the polish is a perfect match to the color of Mr. Asogi's lace leather shoes. Looking at this mark, whoops, it's not hard to imagine what happened. For some reason, hold on. There we go. We are still on the deduction. We are, I think, probably about to finish it up any second now. For some reason, Mr. Asogi must have caught his foot at that point on the floor and tripped. He's now... Whoops. And by a dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck against some immovable object as he fell to the floor. Suffering a fatal blow to the spine, the victim's vertebrae shattered, and in that instant, he lost his life. That seems wrong, though. That doesn't seem quite right. I don't know. I don't know anything about this. Is that really true, Miss Pavlova? What about the evidence left at the scene where Mr. Asogi lost his life? Yes, the facts are as clear as day to me. You did all you could to conceal the incriminating evidence. But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. In the traveling case, nope. Merely tripped over it. That's not... No. Yeah, no. But the mark on the floor does seem to suggest that's what happened. Nope. And if this part of the show is right, Miss Pavlova is trying to hide some evidence that would prove it. But why would she, though? I'm gonna assume it's the desk once more. I mean, that's a bottle there. I'm gonna just... Oh yeah, there's only one thing, so oh, can't examine the bottle. I mean, we can have a look at the tiara. Somebody appears to have dropped 20,000 rubles here. I'm starting to sound like Mr. Sholmes! Oh no! Someone save him! Because I can't go up or down, that's the thing. Waste paper basket? What is it in there? Miss Pavlova late last night. Presumably there's not much rubbish in there yet. Okay, there we go. It's a broken piece of glass, isn't it? There we go. And I feel like I've seen somebody before. It looks familiar. Yes. So, do we... Yes! There we go. That's right. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that waste paper basket. Here we have a fragment of some intricate glass object, it would seem. One that has a familiar air, in fact. Whoops. Precisely. We found another piece of broken glass on the floor in Mr. Asugi's cabin. And as you can see, the two pieces fit together perfectly. Oh no. But why would she? Why, though? So, Miss Pavlova, shall we consider what this tells us? Why would it be that part of this glass object, which was evidently broken at the scene of the victim's death, should be found in the waste paper basket in your cabin? You're well acquainted with this glass bell, are you not? I don't know, and that hushed Russian accent of yours won't save you this time, dear girl. Why? Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to the bell in question. Take it away, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes. The evidence linking Miss Pavlova and the little glass bell, that would... Wait, the evidence linking Miss Pavlova and the little glass bell. No. Oh, no. Let me just check something here. Nope. Whoops, nope. I mean, there's that, obviously. Oh, that's the bell! Yes! If you look at this photograph, you can clearly see, hanging from Darka's collar, the very glass bell in question. The truth has caught up with you, Miss Pavlova. The young man who lost his life last night did so after a truly inauspicious fall. That's a word. And the cause of that fateful stumble? Your absent feline friend Dark. This seems wrong. This is absolutely not it. I couldn't tell anyone. I'm sorry. That is absolutely not it. Death by tripping over a cat? No! No! What? Why don't you tell us now, Miss Pavlova? Tell us exactly what happened last night. Oh, dear goodness. It was a little after 1 in the morning. It was so late, but I hadn't had time to feed Darka, so I gave her some food. And then, all of a sudden, she scratched me and jumped out of my hands. See, like, don't get me wrong. I think it'd be funny as hell. And also fucked up. But there are so many loose ends here. So, like, there are too many loose ends here for that to be the case. People do say that cats become very anxious and nervous in new environments. Yep. She was so fast. She disappeared through the ventilator before I could stop her. And that is how you acquired the rather nasty wound on the back of your hand, I take it? Yes. And I had read the, rule on the wall. I knew that I was not allowed Darker with me. Yes, modern science suggests that animals can carry infectious diseases. It's a precaution, really. So I listened and listened, trying to hear if there was noise in the next cabin. Whoops. It was very quiet, I was sure. If someone was in there, he must be sleeping. So at that point, you thought it safe to try to lure the kitten back again. By dangling the end of the toy through the ventilator into the adjoining cabin. Darka always loved this toy, but it didn't work. Nothing worked. I tried using her favorite toy, I tried whistling to her softly, but nothing. She didn't return. Prehistoric Apollo? I'm pretty sure that's like a guard for archery, I think? Like a hand and I think like also like wrist or arm guard for archery, from what I recall reading somewhere. Apparently Ryunosuke is good at archery. So the faint whistling sound Kazuma wrote about in his diary was Miss Pavlova trying to retrieve her pet. Cats have a propensity to remain hidden in the shadows when frightened. And it's a black cat, so. So there was nothing else I could do. I just had to wait until she had calmed down. But then... I nearly passed out with shock. I heard her cry out and then... Oh, it was such a dreadful bang! And then afterwards, nothing. It was totally silent. No! From the appearance of the brown mark on the floor, it seems likely that what you heard was the victim stepping on the glass bell and tripping out. The SS Buria is a large vessel, but even she can pitch and roll violently without warning. If Mr. Asugi was already off balance as a result of the ship lurching when the kitten got under his feet, the combination of unfortunate factors could easily be what have caused him to fall over. But what became of the kitten afterwards? In the end, I managed to get her to come back through the ventilator. Yet Darko is nowhere to be seen. I must have forgotten to lock my case. And now she's disappeared again. Gracious, that cat is as insufferably restless as I am. Well, he knows something about himself at least. That's a little self-awareness. When I woke this morning, I heard a young woman in the cabin next to mine had died. A young man, sorry. But I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone what had happened. I was too scared. Scared that they would send me back. Oh, hold on a minute. What about the snake? You're right, where is it? If the snake isn't your friend, Miss Pavlova, then whose is it and where did it come from? Oh, look at that. Look at the little pats. What on earth is such a dangerous creature doing on board this ship? Oh, I didn't say. Snake is my friend. His name is Piroshko, I think is pronounced. What? That snake belongs to you? He escaped from cage when an emergency alarm sounded. I was looking for him. Did not expect to find him here. How did that snake get into this cabin? But wait. The emergency alarm. Wait a gosh darn moment. What a gosh darn moment here. Okay, no, actually no, never mind. I had a brain twist. I used this theme a lot in my editing when the narrator is explaining something. Oh, it's a good theme, yeah. But animals are not permitted on board. Ha! We are at sea for 1 year. You want to be so long without close friend? Without someone who understands? Couldn't you find someone a little more human who understands you better? But, my dear burly fellow, a gargantuan venomous snake? Surely you can appreciate the danger you're putting everyone in? No venom. Piroshko does not have venom. He is harmless, very long but very gentle. He is adorable, like Granny. It's venomless. Yes. Now he is hungry. He is in bad mood. Once I feed him, you will see big smile. And you feed him what? Milk. What if you just fed the cat to him? Like they say, they milk chickens. Ridiculous. Snakes that drink milk are only in stupid stories. Mouse it. Okay. Oh, so is that what the mousetrap in the passageway out there is for? Of course. How else could I catch my friend's favorite food? Nothing says top of the food chain like the look in their eyes right now. Sholmes? Buddy, are you good? Are you okay? It refuses to drink milk. It can't hear a whistle. It can't climb up a bell cord, and it's not even venomous. How the deuce did something so inept land a starring role? Buddy, what is your deal with calling things useless? It's not my fault. I do not make up stories. My Piroshko has nothing to do with this incident. So, that's what happened, allegedly. That's the truth behind my best friend's tragic death. Okay, I'm gonna wait with my thoughts until this is over, because this cannot be the end. So... Miss Pavlova? I understand the difficult situation you found yourself in, and I do sympathize. But please remember this. A young man lost his life. If you're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies, then no matter what the circumstances, I cannot forgive you. Oh dear. What are you talking about, Miss Mikotoba? What lies? Miss Pavlova just confessed everything. I mean... allegedly. It was just a series of unfortunate events. An accident. Alright, Sholmes, latch onto it. I'm no great detective like Mr. Sholmes. I don't have a gift for knowing the truth. But even I can see that was not the truth. Don't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? To be perfectly honest, yes. There's a discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure of it. Just can't quite put my finger on it. I confess, I was intending to let Scotland Yard deal with any outstanding issues on this matter. Oh. I am only present here for a very specific reason. The truth is, you, Mr. Naruhodo, are simply a distraction. Hold on, is Sholmes locking in? A distraction? I do hope you've not been finding your shackles too uncomfortable. Not again! When did they do that? Especially as they're on your wrists as a result of my intervention. I was rather hoping I could resolve matters before we made our next port call. You were, Mr. Sholmes? Yes, but I overlooked one important detail. The deceased young man was a very close companion of yours, was he not? Yes. Kazma was my closest friend. I owed him my freedom, even. In that case, we must follow this to its conclusion. No further distractions. You must uncover the real truth. Me? Whatever that may be. The key to this is the discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure. If I can chase that down, maybe the truth will become clear. Ah, look at him and his beautiful back. The truth about how you really died. About how that scene in your cabin really came to be. We even shared food, shared the same bed. Ah, the closest of companions! Alright, I'll see what I can do. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Naruhodo. So then, shall we begin? Yes! What we should ponder first is the victim who lost his life in the cabin that was bolted shut from the inside. Was this truly an unfortunate accident, or was it in fact no accident at all? That is what we must establish in the first instance. But we've already established it, haven't we? The man tripped over the kitten that had climbed into his cabin via the ventilator. Tragic, yes, but still an accident.
Hold it!
Hold it! Wait, let's just take a step back. It doesn't make sense if that's really what happened, does it? I'm going to have to ask you to spell it out for me, I'm afraid. Alright. Okay, it's also almost 6:30, so I may have to end this stream sometime in the next half hour or so, abruptly, whenever my food is done. So if that happens, I apologize. But we're gonna keep going for as long as we can. The evidence is right there in Kazma's cabin. It's undeniable. His death couldn't possibly have been a mere accident. Really? Let us show our hand, Mr. Naruhodo. Time to present the evidence. The victim's death was not mere accident. I also should say... Save. I'm gonna assume it's the writing, because... who accidentally writes like that?
Yes!
The truth is clearly recorded in this photographic print. Enjoy your food, Blaze. There's no way that Mr. Asugi could have left this message on the floor. That script it's Russian, isn't it? Indeed it is. The word written means wardrobe. I see what you mean. Most people would leave a dying message in their native language. Japanese in this case. But maybe he was studying Russian. It is a simple language. He could have picked it up very fast. That doesn't seem likely. That's actually not the point. It makes no difference whether he knew Russian or not. Sorry, what do you mean? Exactly what I said before. There is no way that Mr. Asugi could have left this message on the floor. And the reason why is clearly explained in there. Damage to the cervical vertebrae, resulting in instant death. I actually have heard that Russian is a decently simple language. I actually have heard that. I guess it also depends on what your native language is, though. Oh god. Ah, yeah. Which means, after the victim fell to the floor, he couldn't have written anything. Because he was already dead. That's not the only reason either. There's something else we found in Mr. Asugi's cabin. A remnant of something that couldn't possibly have been there if what Miss Pavlova told us was true. What? So, Susato-san has noticed it too, then. Putting his matches on the floor aside, there's something else that gives the truth away. That proves this was no accident. Oh. Yes! What point are you trying to make with that Oh, is it not? Oh, that's not it? I was- oh. I think that you are starting to see nothing of the sort. And that was the evidence to prove it. Never mind then. Never mind. Your rather languid I see doesn't fill me with confidence, Mr. Naruhodo. More than Mr. Sholmes, thank you. Clear contradiction between the facts and Miss Pavlova's story here. Evidence right there in Cosmo's cabin, it's undeniable. Oh god. Oh god, one moment. Oh god! Stretchy stretch! That proves this was no accident. That's that. That's that. That's the articles. Nothing to report. Do we do this again? Yes! Oh, okay. This piece of broken glass next to the mark on the floor. But that's the glass bell the kitten had around its neck. We already know all about that. It was broken in half when the victim tripped over the cat and fell. Well, so we already have a satisfactory explanation. Where's the flaw in that logic? Unfortunately, there is a very big flaw. A fatal flaw. If that's really what happened, then how did one half of the bell end up back here in this? I mean, yeah. I wonder why we didn't address that sooner, actually. Yes, remember that we found the other half of the glass bell in that waste paper basket. Would you care to explain that, Miss Pavlova? Oh no. Both these pieces of evidence clearly point to the same conclusion. That when Mr. Asugi died last night in this cabin, there was someone else in the room. And that some same person deliberately arranged the scene to disguise the truth, in order to cover up his or her own guilt. Yes, there was someone else present in Mr. Asugi. Oh, that was you! Someone else was there? Oh, of course, we know this! What are you talking about? Oh. Me? Bulkhead was built and shut from the inside. There was no way in or out. We know that too. Nope, yes. Nope. Yes, that is true, but no. It's true, I was in the cabin when it happened. You should incite the cabin wardrobe to be precise about the details. But I don't know Russian. There's no way I could have left that message. Not would have. There's no way you could have left that message. To be precise about the details. Would you mind? Forgive me, my dear fellow. As I was saying, the person in question wrote the word wardrobe in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate me for the crime, even though I had been asleep in there the entire time. And then the same person picked up the broken glass bell that had fallen to the floor, for fear of it becoming evidence that would show how Mr. Asogi really died. But why wouldn't this person have taken all the pieces of the bell away? Leaving half behind was always going to raise questions. Well, oh, maybe they just didn't see it. It was past 1 o'clock in the early hours of the morning. The cabin would have been quite dark. The single small lamp suspended from the ceiling would barely have cast a light onto the floor there. Well, little wonder then that the culprit failed to notice a fragment of the tiny item. You all suspect me, don't you? Interesting, yeah, interesting how, intent he is on protecting her, apparently. Nina is a woman of sea. She is daughter of strong sail- daughter? Or just metaphorical daughter. Symbolical daughter. 2 years ago, they noticed her dancing skills and she went away to join ballet company. But before, she was dancer on this ship, a member of ship's band. You do not accuse ship's angel of being criminal. So that's it. You say that when young student died, Nina was there in this cabin. Could be her brother. But that is not possible. I give my tooth. I mean, they could still be related. In some way. Well, this is all most interesting. And why would you give your tooth, pray? How can you be so sure? You are a great detective, you should know. Could he be her son? Oh, very unfortunate. Looks truth in eyes. Cabin bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. Nobody could go into cabin. Not Nina, not anyone. What do you want to tell me that killer can walk through locked doors? Yet, it's impossible. He's right. But we know how that happened. I've read about this in detective stories. Yeah, she is 15. People often tie a thread around door latches. Yeah, but not this time. Correct. Are you stupid? These bulkheads are not barn doors. Certainly not. These are watertight doors as one would expect to find on any modern steamship. Constructed of heavy steel with not a gap in sight. No threads or needles or magnets could have been used. You know, that does make me think, though. That does make me think. Maybe it's just me being... Like, if these doors are supposed to keep water out, right? They're supposed to be, like shut tight. What does that do? If the ship is flooding and you are locked in here, how is that gonna help you? Like, sure, the water isn't gonna come inside, but if you're sinking with the ship, you're gonna die anyway. So how does that help? Huh. No, of course not. I thought so too. I think it's so you can open the door at least once to get out. I guess? Huh. Actually, wait, I guess that is a point, maybe. Maybe something about like water pressure or something if it was on both sides. I don't know my physics. Like, at least you could pull the door open easily, I suppose. Wait, hold on, what? But Mr. Naruhodo suggested it earlier, so okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. True. So, Seaman Stroganoff has a valid point. The cabin door couldn't have been bolted shut from the outside. Not necessarily. What? I put it to you that I could bolt this cabin door without laying a finger on it. So he really was just pretending to be stupid the entire time. And in this very cabin, we can see the traces of the method I have in mind having been used before. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, I believe you know what I mean, don't you? Way to shut the bolt of the cabin door from the outside. One way does spring to mind, yes. Do you really know what Mr. Sholmes means, Mr. Naruhodo? And so should you. This man is just in love with theatrics and autism. Because we've seen it happen. Indeed we have. So, would you care to do the honors, Mr. Naruhodo? The bookcase. Can I... Okay, there's no marker. Okay, just check. Yes! Look at the bookcase there. See how all the books and things on it have toppled over? That must have happened when the ship made its emergency stop before. Yes, that's right. It's a very powerful vessel after all. When the engines are thrown into reverse, a violent jolt goes across the entire ship. Any small objects that aren't fastened down are bound to fall over. I believe, yes, it's what's known as the force of inertia acting on the objects. Is there nothing Suzuta-san doesn't know? Or that isn't in her book, at least? It's her personal mini-internet. Her mini-Wikipedia. Well, whatever it's called, the same force that pushed over those knock books in the bookcase also made something else in this cabin move. The bolt to the cabin door. It was very obvious just after the emergency stop that ship made earlier. We had come into this cabin not long before, and we hadn't bolted the door. I mean, to be fair, you can just unlock it from the inside, so that's simple enough, at least. We had come into this cabin not long before, and we hadn't bolted the door. But then... That's it! When the ship stopped suddenly, the bolt flew across and locked the door. To be fair, like, either way, like... You should be able to, like fasten it somehow so it doesn't just slide, you know? It's made of metal, but it's small and light enough to be moved by the ship's sudden change of speed. Or the force of inertia, if you want to call it that. Are you trying to say that last night, after Mr. Asogi was killed? Yep. Ooh, a little showcase. Yep. The SS Buria made another emergency stop? When I woke up this morning and looked around the cabin, I thought it looked a little odd. All the books on the shelves had toppled over, and all the ornaments. It was almost as if someone had run their hand across the shelves and deliberately knocked everything over. Oh yes, I remember that. And I stood them all up again, didn't I? Then when we came into this cabin, we were surprised to see that same thing in here. All the books and everything had toppled over, just like in Mr. Asugi's cabin. Oh my! Do you have anything to say about this, Miss Pavlova? Are you out of your mind? You say Buria made emergency stop? It does seem a little far-fetched. How could that possibly have happened? Unless you're saying that the culprit is actually someone from the engine room. Oh, it is simple enough. Are you forgetting the button in the passageway outside used to trigger the emergency alarm? Oh yes, of course. There was a notice, wasn't there? Telling you only to press the button in times of emergency? Yep. Yep. The sort of button one is almost compelled to press to satisfy one's curiosity. Yeah, right, Yonosuke? Wait, it was you! When the button is pressed, two things happen in the interest of safety. The emergency alarm bell rings and the vessel comes to a complete stop. As indeed it did a little earlier today. So you rang the thing. Have you all pressed a fire alarm before? Good times. I haven't, but I have a friend who did. To be fair, it is tempting. Mr. Sholmes? Surely it wasn't you who... As I always say, a button has but one purpose in life. To be pressed! Whatever the occasion. He sounds almost proud of himself. How dare you mess with ship? I reported you, Captain. You are in much trouble now. Now, I'm sure all that can wait until later. Let us not overlook the fact that we have now learned a valuable lesson. When the vessel makes an emergency stop, the bolts to the cabin doors slide closed. So, what we must now consider... Yes, it all comes down to one thing now. Last night, after what happened to Mr. Asugi, did this ship make an emergency stop or did it not? You are idiots! Buria's huge ship with many passengers. If we make emergency stop even in the middle of night, there will be chaos everywhere. What are your thoughts, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, it's certainly possible that some kind of emergency happened last night. We have evidence to support the idea. I hate fire emergencies, not because of the fire, but because of the slow-ass exiting, the kind of thing we practice in drills. I mean, to be fair, you are supposed to do it slowly, because if everyone panics, then everyone's fucked. Really? What evidence, Mr. Naruhodo? Fascinating. Do show us, my good man. Promotes the theory that some emergency gripped this vessel last night. The log? Yes! Because there was nothing in it. Seaman Stroganoff. It's your duty to patrol the first-class area of the ship, isn't that right? Yeah, it's supposed to, like, you're not supposed to run, but you're supposed to, like, you know, walk quickly. And the ship's log here. This would be where you record the details of your duties. What are you doing with that? That is mine! Ah, you rather carelessly left it atop the makeshift bureau in the passageway out there. But as responsible passengers, we took it into our care with mine to return it to you later. I left it there on purpose. That is where I put it always. We will always. The point is, looking at what you usually record, it's clear that under normal circumstances, you write the phrase "nothing to report" every 30 minutes. But from 2 o'clock last night until first light this morning, nothing was recorded at all. Nothing recorded in the log. That is... because nothing happened. But if nothing happened, you would normally write "nothing to report," wouldn't you? One time I went out of line, just pushed the alarm. I don't know what I was thinking, but I guess my mind was pretty something. To be fair, I feel like out of all like things for students to do, like all the fuck ups, it is a pretty big fuck up in the moment because you're alerting everyone and even like what's it called, firefighters and everything. But in hindsight, I feel like, it's a button. A red button, usually. Who doesn't want to press a red button? Indeed so, which tells us that shortly after 2 a.m., something happened here aboard the SS Buria. Something sufficiently significant to make you forget to fill in the ship's log, in fact. Yeah, I'm prompt to fire drill. Are you suggesting that the ship really did make an emergency stop in the middle of the night? Stop talking rubbish! If I'm perfectly honest, I find that a little hard to believe myself. Why? Well, because if something as major as an emergency or stop really had happened, surely all of us would have noticed. No. That's very true. Thanks to the emergency stop we experienced earlier, we all know what it feels like now. The ship lurched so violently and the alarm bell was so loud. I can't imagine that anybody would sleep through that, even if it happened in the dead of night. Well, no, that's a good point. But what of the throbbing? Sorry? What do you mean? Your head, man. The throbbing of your head since this morning. We have all suffered from it. Ah! Oh, yes. I have had a headache, you're right. In fact, I haven't been feeling myself since I woke up today. Nor have I. Weirdly, there's that one teacher that saw me do it, and later on he suggested to me that I be a firefighter. That job's already reserved for me even beforehand. God damn. My head has been feeling heavy ever since dawn. Yes, you've all been afflicted, haven't you? Just as I suspected. He's right, my head's been throbbing today too. And since eating dinner yesterday evening, everything has felt sort of hazy. I can't really remember anything that happened after I climbed back inside the wardrobe. Then the first thing I noticed this morning was the throbbing pain in my head. I'd already been dragged out of the wardrobe and had those handcuffs put on me by that point. Why didn't I wake up when all that was happening to me? Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo. You boarded this vessel as a stowaway, didn't you? And he was right, and that's why Kazuma was awake, because Ryunosuke ate The stowaway class of accommodation doesn't usually include meals. What did you survive on? Well, Kazuma looked after me. He was always happy to share his meals. So, you enjoyed some of the whole roast chicken dish that was served yesterday evening, I take it? Guess I'll shoot some water. Pew pew! Yes, in fact, I had all of that. Kazuma wasn't fond of chicken. Oh, really? So the victim didn't eat any of the chicken at all. That's right, he didn't touch it. Is that relevant? My dear fellow, does that not strike you? Oh! Mr. Sholmes, do you mean to say that there was something wrong with the chicken? I do. No, really? Is that really true? The meal prepared for the passengers last night had been tampered with. Tampered with by the addition of a soporific designed to induce a very deep slumber in those who consumed it. A sleeping drug. Do you mean whoever did this laced every meal with a sleeping drug so no one would notice the ship's emergency stop? Mr. Naruhodo, of course that's not what Mr. Sholmes means. What a far-fetched idea. Precisely, Susato. Lacing every meal of the lacing every meal of every passenger on board with the soporific drug would certainly be impossible. Oh. Unless, that is, every single member of the crew was a conspirator. What? Were they all just trying to murk us? I'm sorry to say that any more deception in this matter will get you nowhere. Or were they just trying to kill one? Well, or... no. If you refuse to talk, there would have to be an inquiry made through the shipping company, of course. And were that to happen, every member of the crew and the captain himself would be hauled over the coals. For aiding and abetting a renegade. They weren't trying to kill us, or anyone. They were trying to just have everyone pass out, smuggle her on board so she could disguise herself. But Kazuma was awake, so they took drastic measures, I assume. Please, no more. I will tell everything. I cannot make problems like this for everyone anymore. These crewmen are your former comrades, I believe. Yes, so when I decided to run away, I asked them to help me. We all agreed to help, everyone together. She threw away everything, her fame in the ballet, Mother Russia. We wanted to help our angel. I don't believe it. You are right. We put sleeping drug in chicken last night. I remember now. I did notice chewing on a lump of something strange and bitter. Wow. We could not make all drug. How do you say, dissolve? Look at heavy seasoning. At midnight, in waters near Shanghai, we brought our angel on board. She was helped by a comrade on shore with small fishing boat. While all the passengers of the SS Buria slept soundly. Thanks to the almost magical effects of the slumber-inducing potion their evening meal had contained. So if that's what happened, The only people awake on the ship last night were the crew, people who dislike chicken, and the newly boarded passenger, Miss Pavlova. And that means it would have been possible for you. You could have the emergency stop trick to lock Kazuma's cabin door. But how does that make sense? Surely every cabin door would have ended up locked in that case, and there would have been complete chaos. Oh, I wouldn't say so. Of course. Just like us, all the other passengers would have eaten their evening meal of chicken in their cabins. After which, they would have been overwhelmed by tiredness because of the sleeping drug. Quite. And accordingly, all passengers were already in their cabins for the night. The overwhelming majority of passengers would habitually sleep with their cabin doors bolted anyway. I mean, that's true, yeah. And so not one of them would have found it remarkable to have find the door locked in the morning. In summary, in order to fasten the bolt of a single cabin door on the ship, the culprit brought the entire vessel to an emergency stop in the early hours of the morning. You have talked a long time and said many things. What is point? The point is what I said earlier. There was somebody else present on the scene when the victim lost his life last night. Someone who left a message in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate another. Someone who tried desperately to hide the broken fragments of glass that would reveal the culprit's identity. And someone who abused the ship's emergency stop procedure in order to lock a door. All told, a busy night. But... I don't know about any of this. I am just a little girl. You like to speak with your long English words that explain your clever ideas? But I am sailor, and sailors don't listen to long, boring stories. We don't believe. Sailors like me, we trust only what we see with our eyes. A laudable trait. What? I am quite of the same disposition, my good man. Observation to me is everything. Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes? Do you hear it? That accusatory cry of guilt on the wind? What? What accusatory cry of guilt? Sorry, you've lost me. Proof of involvement, man. But you can't hear such a call with your ears. No, you must hear it with your eyes. For observation is the basis of all deduction. I believe the time has come. For one final... Oh dear god, okay. This is gonna be a longer section, so I think this is a good place to stop for today. I think it's a good spot. We're definitely gonna finish this next time, possibly on Friday. I'm gonna say it again, because why not? But we did make good progress. I assume that we're only gonna have like maybe an hour or so left. Ish of this case. And then we can just like jump right into case 3. Yeah, let me check out the mobs. Let me check out the baby mobs. Hold on. Do you have a link that you could send, maybe? Otherwise, let me just see. Tube. Let me see. Minecraft. Nope. Craft. New. Baby. Moms. Oh, the cutest drop yet is this one? Is it this? That's it? Okay, let me skip through this a little bit. Pnui! Animal! Okay, wait, okay, let me see. I need to see this. Oh, that's so cute! Oh, they have normal heads now! That is so cute. That is adorable. That is so cute. The little chicks! It's so precious! Anything else, or is it just that? Oh. Beautiful. They were just cute blurbs. Wait, there's more. Oh, baby kittens! I also saw pup. Show me the. Oh my god, they're so cute! They're so adorable! They're so cute! They're little creatures! And baby rabbit? Baby Pnui! Oh my god! Oh wait, do the bunnies in general look a little different? Is that just, do the bunnies look a little different in general? Yeah, the bunnies in general. Okay, that's nice. Oh, that's adorable. Let's see, anything else? No, that's it. But that's cute! I love that! Oh, that's adorable. That is adorable. I'm gonna have to hop on Minecraft in, at some point, sometime in the near future. Oh, yeah. But anyway, that is going to be it for today. Friday, we will either be back with Ace Attorney or something else, I don't know. Saturday, we have a collab coming up, which is where I will also be live a couple hours later than usual. It's gonna be a fun Overcooked collab with Nora, who was in here a little bit earlier on the in the stream, and one more person, probably. It's gonna be around, around this time on Saturday is gonna be the collab. But yeah, and we'll see what we do on Friday. I thank all of you for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Consider following, checking out, following the Twitter, the Twitch, the Blue Sky, the YouTube for stream updates and announcements and other stuff. If you like anime reactions, consider the Patreon, where we react to anime on a weekly basis, which I have to record more episodes for, actually. But I will do that another time. I will do that later. And I wish all of you a lovely rest of your day, night, whatever time it is for you. Stay safe, take care, and goodbye. I hope that my dinner is going to be done soon, because I am starving.